and Android.
Now at 10, authorities in southwest Missouri charge a suspect in a fatal hit and run. Plus, the city of Joplin provides assistance to future homeowners. And kids head to Pitt State to take part in a robotics camp.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
Authorities say a pedestrian who was killed on I-44 today might have been hit by more than one vehicle. This is KOAM News at 10. I'm Dow Quick. The crash occurred around 4 this morning in Ottawa County. Troopers responded to the report of a man lying on the inside lane of the westbound traffic. Investigators say a vehicle that stopped at the scene did not appear to be the first that hit the man, but the first vehicle is unknown. The victim has been identified as 63-year-old Edward Parker of Cuba, Missouri. He died at the scene. Newton County, Missouri authorities charge a man in a fatal hit and run from Friday night. Witnesses say a Dodge Dakota driven by Richard Taylor of Racine, Missouri, went off Douglas Fir Road near Loma Linda, Missouri, and struck the victim, Sheldona Wood of Joplin. A BOLO was issued for the truck after it left the scene. The Newton County prosecutor has filed a number of charges against Taylor, including felony DWI, death of another person, and felony leaving the scene of an accident. An appellate court ends the criminal case against the former defense attorney of a Northeast Oklahoma prison drug lord. Today, the Oklahoma Court of Criminal Appeals dismissed the state's final appeal in the legal battle with Winston Connor, a prominent criminal defense attorney based out of Jay, Oklahoma. The ruling brings an end to a case that began in November of 2018 when Connor was indicted on 10 charges, including racketeering, assault with a dangerous weapon, pandering, witness intimidation, distribution of controlled substances, and illegal communication with an inmate, the notorious Oklahoma drug lord Slint Tate. In 2018, a federal judge tacked on 20 years to Tate's life sentence for operating a multi-state drug ring from prison, a drug ring that allegedly netted sales of up to $1 million a week. You can read more about both cases on our website at KOAMNewsNow.com. Let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy now for a first look at the weather.
Well, of course, we got showers, we got thunderstorms during the afternoon into the evening hours. But prior to the rain, we did warm up a bit. 88 was our high, average high is 91.01 is the record, so pretty close to where we should be for this time of the year. Over 2 inches of rain at the Joplin Airport, which is pretty good amounts because we haven't seen a ton of rain over the past month or so. Temperatures pretty nice. We're sitting kind of low 70s across the region, and we do still have light showers out across southwestern Missouri. A few patches a little bit heavier once you get out across southeastern Kansas, but overall it's fairly light. And overall for the rest of the night, most of the rain, light showers, is going to be in southwestern Missouri. You can really see east of Carthage, Mount Vernon, Pierce City down toward Cassville. Those are going to be the areas that have the best chance for additional rain as we go through the overnight hours. Also heating up, we're going to look at that here in a bit.
Catch you in a few. Some people living in Forsyth, Missouri say sewage is spilling over in their neighborhood. One woman claims the city isn't doing anything about it, but city leaders say they are addressing the problem. Becky Sanders says it all started back in April of 2023. One day, while taking a moment to relax on her deck, she says the foul odor of sewage filled the air. As the smell worsened, she called City Hall. Sanders believes the stench is caused by improper maintenance to the lift station located behind her home.
Our drains have a horrible smell to them. Sometimes when we turn on our water, you get just a blast of sewage smell. And this has been an ongoing problem. Our lift station that the city has on our property has leaked sewage 6 times now.
We have a constituent issue here that the guys have been working on for some time. They have incrementally tried to put the pieces of the puzzle together. We take constituent requests very seriously, and we're going to respond to them.
Inspectors say crews are out working today to try to find the exact problem and resolve it. The city of Joplin throws a financial lifeline to future homeowners. The Joplin Home Buyers Assistance Program, or JHAP2, offers funds up to $40,000 per household. To qualify for the funds, potential homeowners must purchase a home within the city of Joplin be a Joplin citizen, and annual income cannot exceed $93,000 a year. Today marked the first of 3 grant-funded housing programs launched by the city this year to strengthen neighborhoods and boost investment.
The JHAP program gives people the ability up to $40,000, and that can be quite a down payment for them. It allows them to come in and maybe afford a house more than what they actually were going to want to start with.
The first round of JHAP launched after the 2011 tornado. The program will remain open as funding is available or until the application deadline closes in early 2026. Today is the first day of Pitt State's Summer Robotics Camp. That program will introduce middle school students to robotics and programming basics. The program hopes to spark an early interest in STEM and help kids develop skills they can use in college. At the end of the program, the students will put their skills to the test and compete in a robotics contest.
The kids love it because, of course, it's working with Legos, doing basic robotics to do kind of fun tasks. But we try to help them be able to figure out how these skills will engage beyond the classroom into their lives as they go on.
The camp runs through the end of the week. We're going to explain the job of county assessor just ahead, plus.
A defiant President Biden resists calls to leave the race. I'm Nicole Skanga in Washington with more on the president's letter to congressional Democrats.
Looking for stress-free travel?
Your pool deserves the best.
President Biden is digging in as he rejects calls from fellow party members to suspend his re-election efforts after the debate with former President Donald Trump. In a letter to House Democrats, the president acknowledged the growing dissent and said it's time for it to end. Nicole Skanga has the latest.
Congressman Adam Smith joined a growing number of Democrats urging President Biden to end his run for a second term.
We would be better off with another nominee, okay? I believe that in my heart, my soul, my brain. I'm 100% convinced of that.
While House Minority Leader Hakeem Jeffries reinforced his support for the president.
I made clear publicly the day after the debate that I support President Joe Biden and the Democratic ticket. My position has not changed.
But Biden continues to push back on calls for him to step aside, lashing out at critics during a phone interview Monday morning.
I am not going anywhere. I wouldn't be running if I didn't absolutely believe that I am the best candidate to beat Donald Trump in 2024. We had a Democratic nominating process where the voters spoke clearly.
The White House, meanwhile, faced questions about Biden's medical history. CBS News has learned a Parkinson's specialist from Walter Reed National Military Medical Center visited the White House at least 8 times over the last year. White House visitor logs show the specialist met at least once with the president's personal physician.
Has the president been treated for Parkinson's? No. Is he being treated for Parkinson's? No.
On the GOP front, the Republican National Committee's 2024 platform has been released. It reflects former President Donald Trump's efforts during the campaign to steer clear of strict abortion language. The platform opposes a federal abortion ban and backs the rights of states to make their own abortion laws. Nicole Skanga, CBS News, Washington.
President Biden is scheduled to campaign on Friday in the battleground state of Michigan and this week hosts a NATO summit in Washington. Trump, the presumptive Republican nominee, is set to hold rallies in Florida and Pennsylvania this week. With the holiday weekend behind us, the countdown is on to the August 6th primary, and in Missouri, mail-in voting is already underway. Ballots in Missouri will include 2 proposed amendments to the state constitution. Amendment 1 would make places that provide child care outside of the home exempt from property taxes. It's not clear how much that could impact local tax revenues. Amendment number 4 would allow the state legislature to require a city to increase the minimum funding for a police force established by a state board of police commissioners. This specifically would impact Kansas City's police force, which is the only police department governed at the state level. Kansas has no amendment on the ballot, but a number of candidates want your vote for the U.S. congressional seat in the 2nd District. 5 Republicans and 2 Democrats are competing for their party's nomination. We interviewed all 7 of those candidates, covering such topics as immigration, inflation, and abortion. You can see those interviews unedited on our website, koamnewsnow.com/elections. Some area voters will choose nominees for county assessor on August 6th. KOAM's Amber Jenkins examines what that position entails.
Lisa Perry is the current Jasper County Assessor and the only candidate running for the role on the August 6th ballot. Perry has held the elected position since 2019. According to her, an assessor only sets the value of property for the tax bill, which is sent to the collector's office for payment. The assessor's office abides by the state statutes and is held accountable by the Missouri State Tax Commission.
For personal property, we assess all personal properties, boats, trailers, motorcycles, cars, farm machinery, livestock, and those values are set from the valuing guide.
Every Monday leading up to the August 6th election, we'll learn more about the elected positions on the ballot. Next week, we'll learn more about the role of a county coroner.
Amber Jenkins, thanks. A little bit later, some area kids hit the great outdoors with a trip to Camp Wildcat in Joplin.
Plus, we still have a few showers sticking around for us tonight. We're going to look at that coming up.
KOAM News Now.
Dogstar Live. Experience winning at Downstream Casino Resort.
Well, of course, we got showers and thunderstorms for portions of the region during the afternoon into the evening hours, and still we have some light showers out there right now. A little gloomy looking. This is our Indigo Sky Casino and Resort Tower cam, which is just outside of Seneca, Missouri. All right, all the heavy rain that we had earlier today along and south of the I-44 corridor is done. We still have some light to moderate showers in our far western counties in southeastern Kansas. This is all due to what once was Hurricane Beryl as it rolled on in. It made landfall earlier this morning on the west side of Houston. You can see the eye wall, and then now it's just kind of a circulation. It looks like a comma, but of course those feeder bands around it, you get some severe weather. So there's been numerous tornado warnings today still ongoing, and some of these feeder bands have been rotating in here. We're not getting the severe weather, but we got some pretty good thunderstorms and heavy amounts of rain in spots earlier today. Again, a little bit heavier once you get into our western counties, but all the heavy rain is really going to stay northwestern Arkansas, north central Arkansas, up through south central parts of Missouri. But look at this. There's some areas in Jasper, northern Newton County that picked up 3, 4, 5 inches of rain on average, kind of 1 to 2 inches. But look at this sharp cutoff. Once you get up to Pittsburgh and Lamar, not a drop of rain. So a big contrast, just over about 20 or 25 miles. Through the rest of the night, you can see the ongoing showers, especially on the Missouri side into northwestern Arkansas. Heaviest rain kind of staying over towards Springfield. But we are going to start the day with some light showers. The better chances to have rain really from Carthage, Neosho, off toward the east, Mount Vernon, Pierce City, Monette, Aurora, and Cassville. And then any rain that does develop rotates out of here by mid to late morning. So additional rainfall, not very heavy, mainly in our eastern counties, quarter upwards to ½ an inch. Back toward the west, not too much is going to drop from this point on as we go through the overnight hours. Lower 70s right now, decently comfortable. Let's go outside. Here's 7th and Range Line sitting at 71. Winds are pretty much calm across the region. It should stay that way as we go through the overnight hours. Again, we start with a few showers, some clouds. We can't rule out a spotty shower on the backside as we get into tomorrow afternoon, but most of the day is going to be dry. Temperature's pretty good, 82, 83 degrees for a high. Tomorrow night we clear out, we drop back, low to mid 60s, about 64, and then as we go into Wednesday, a little bit hotter, not bad, a little bit hotter. High temps right around 90 degrees. Day planning for you tomorrow, 67 to start, 78 by noon. High temp right around 82 degrees. Enjoy it because the temps go up from this point on. Look at Friday, mid to upper 90s, 96, 97 degrees. That's what we're going to see on Saturday as well. Then a little bit hotter. We start approaching 100 by Sunday, and I think we're going to hang most of next week right around 100 degrees. So enjoy a little bit cooler tonight than also tomorrow. 90 on Wednesday, 94 on Thursday, random storm. Friday, 96, 96 Saturday, and then the dreaded triple digit heat back in. We've only hit 100 once this summer. That was plenty.
Yeah, that's one too many.
Yeah.
Thanks, Doug. Some kids in Joplin enjoyed the great outdoors today while learning about nature. The Wildcat Glades Nature Group hosted its second annual Camp Wildcat. We sent photojournalist Ty Parks to check it out.
At the word, and you'll beat the drum. Round up the truth.
So Camp Wildcat is a camp that we do. This is our second annual for kids ages 7 to 14. This year they are learning all about rocks, they're learning about fishing skills, they're learning about park life and how to hike and enjoy nature. It's really important to connect kids to nature, and it's also important for them to get good outdoor skills. We also just want kids to learn about the park and enjoy it as well.
But I put my hand on that, all the stuff came on it.
You will survive. So they are learning about how to fish, they're learning about how to hike responsibly, how to be in nature, and how to respect nature. They are learning lots of different outdoor skills out here. Be thinking about what you're hearing, okay? Imagine that you're a bunny rabbit, right? And you're trying to listen for danger. You might be listening for your babies or something like that, okay? All right, so 3, 2, 1. I hope they take away from here that nature is not someplace else, that they can find nature in their own backyards, and the thing that they see out here at Wildcat Park, they could probably also find similar things in their yard, and a respect and a love for nature. Awesome. What about for you?
I heard cicadas, birds, and people moving in cars and leaves falling.
Very, very good. Okay.
The camp runs through Wednesday, but required pre-registration. Still ahead, the St. Louis Cardinals take on the Nationals in our nation's capital, and a high school football standout commits to play in the SEC. John Dales has those stories and more up next.
America is under attack. Now playing for one final season in Branson, Missouri.
Hey, welcome into sports. I'm John Dales. Field Kinley High School senior Keaton Jones had offers to play college football essentially anywhere in the country he wanted to. Alabama, USC, Oklahoma, Tennessee, and a lot more. Well, yesterday, Jones made his college decision. He'll be staying somewhat close to home. The 6'4", 315-pound offensive lineman announces on social media he is committing to Mizzou. Now, Jones is a composite 3-star recruit, according to the recruiting website 24/7 Sports. He's the 7th best player in the entire class of 2025 in the state of Kansas and the 35th ranked interior offensive lineman in the entire country. The summer collegiate baseball season rolls along in the 4 states. Up in Nevada, the Griffins have just 2 weeks and 13 games remaining in their 2024 campaign. Tonight, Nevada at home against St. Joseph, who's in first place in the Mink League. This one going final just before 10 p.m. The Griffins fall 8-4. Now, Nevada led for the first few innings, but was not able to recover from allowing 4 runs back in the 5th. Griffins back at home again tomorrow for a doubleheader. Switching gears to Major League Baseball, this week is the final stretch before the All-Star break. We're more than halfway through the 162-game regular season. Now, the first half has been up and down for the Cardinals, but right now they're in playoff position. Cardinals on the road in D.C. taking on the Nationals. First inning, C.J. Abrams drives one deep to the gap, but Michael Ciani is there, running it down, making the catch as he crashes into the wall. Great effort by him to rob an extra base hit. Next inning, no score. Brendan Donovan hits a liner to left. This time Washington makes the great play in the field. James Wood with the diving catch. That keeps it scoreless. Very next half inning, we're going to go to Juan Yepez at the plate. He hits a deep fly ball to what might look like a very similar spot in right center. And Ciani there again to make the catch, making almost identical catches in the first and second innings, crashing into the wall. Keeps it scoreless still. We go to the 4th inning. Cardinals up 1-0 at that point. Paul Goldschmidt goes to deep left field, and this time leaving no room for a possible diving catch. His 12th home run of the year puts St. Louis on top 2-0. In the 8th, same score. Alec Burleson crushes one deep right off Jacob Barnes. That's gone for a solo home run. Cardinals lead 3-0 at that point. Later in that same inning, Donovan back at the plate, lines one to center. Jacob Young can't make the catch. Ball rolls all the way to the wall. The Cardinals run away with it. They win 6-0 on the road in D.C. After that, the Cardinals now, for the first time this season, 6 games above 500.
Really?
So they're in a pretty good spot heading into the All-Star break.
On a roll. We'll be right back. The Grove Public Library gave patrons a place to cool off and a cool place to take in a movie. Kids of all ages could hit the library today for a Monday matinee. The fun-filled family experience even came with complimentary popcorn and bottles of water.
Being part of the community is really important to us, and we want to provide things that bring the community together at no cost to the community, and we want families to make a habit out of coming to the library.
Today's movie was Wish. The program runs every Monday in July, so you have some more opportunities. You might want to check it out. Nice temps today, and it was good to get some rain for those who got some.
Yeah, about half of us got some really good rainfall amounts, and temperatures look pretty good tonight as we drop back into lower 60s. 82 tomorrow. We are going to have a few morning showers, and we could have a random shower in the afternoon too. Enjoy it, because we really start to heat up the rest of the week.
It is July. Final sports notes.
Important series starts tomorrow at home for the Joplin Outlaws. They play the Fort Smith Marshals. The two of them are in 2nd and 3rd place right now.
That'll be good to watch. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget the morning show starts at 5 a.m. and let's make it a great tomorrow.